What is going on? You are listening to episode 241 of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh, player 2 tonight. Nightcrawler, what's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going? And is Crawler coming at you?
He's coming at you. Watch out.
Coming at you.
Watch out, everybody. He is coming at you. All right. Well, hey, that music you just heard is from On Being Human. Check them out on Spotify and YouTube. This is an unofficial Nintendo podcast. And if you'd like to get yourself a free book from Audible, head on over to audibletrial.com/NPC. Pick up something awesome like, I don't know, Ready Player One or Blood, Sweat, and Pixels. The chair I'm sitting in is from OP Seat. Go to n64josh.com/OP Seat to automatically save $10 at checkout. But right now, they're also $20 off, so that's a total savings of $30 plus free shipping. So take advantage. Take advantage. They're quality chairs. I highly recommend. That's n64josh.com/OP-seat. And if you'd like to check out my book, Another Castle, head on over to n64josh.com/anothercastle. I think we're gonna get to the announcements.
Hey, listen!
I would say that it is worth announcing that I finished a game this weekend. That's right. Hold your applause,
on a roll,
everybody. Hold your applause.
Link's Awakening one week and Pokemon the next.
I mean, some might say we've experienced a Christmas miracle. Some might say
A great pumpkin miracle.
Something like that. Something like that. So, finished up Pokemon Let's Go. Then we started. I went and got all the. Is there 3 legendaries? Is that?
Yes.
Okay, so I went and got the 3 legendaries. There's people coming into the chat. I'm doing this on Twitch, and they're like, "Oh, is Pokemon your main game?" I'm like, I just laugh. I'm like,
And then you say Pokemon.
Yeah.
Or Pokemon or Pokemans, and you send them for the hills.
I was like, the first legendary is, I don't even know. It was called like a mattress or something. And
Moltres.
And I was like, oh, look at this bird. And someone in chat was like, did you just call that glorious flaming creature a bird? I was like, isn't it a bird? You know,
it is a bird.
Somebody else is like,
they're the 3 legendary birds.
It's
a
chicken.
That's what they are.
And then he's like, and then they were like, it's not a chicken. Is, I don't know, like torn. I don't even know. They were naming different chicken names, and I was like, cool.
Well, you get to play with a fluffy lamb here at the beginning of Sword and Shield next month.
What?
I forget what the name of it is. Luhu. I don't know, but it's like a little lamb.
Wow, this is an official Pokemon podcast, and you don't even know the names. Like,
watch out!
I just beat a Pokemon game. We are totally official.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many Pokemon have you caught?
Most of them.
You know where, yeah, right.
I caught that fish one today, and Delmonic was like,
which fish one?
The magic one.
Magikarp?
Yeah, I caught that today for the first time. He's like, did you just catch one of those? I was like, oh no, it does that every time. He's like, no, it doesn't. I was like, oh wow. Yeah, so yeah, and the only new Pokemon I know from the new game is like Grookey or something, right? It's like is that the little monkey?
Yeah. Is that who you're gonna pick as your starter?
I don't know. I want to see what they look like, all like buffed.
Yeah, we
out,
haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, because if I didn't realize that little fire kitten turned into Incineroar, and like, I'm kind of sad I didn't play that game further now, because that would have been sweet. But
you still have it sitting on your shelf somewhere. You got a month.
Yeah. Speaking of Pokemon, my kid moved out, and he shows up in my room, and he's like, Here's the games I'm not taking with me. Lays down Pokemon X and Pokemon Diamond. He's like, here you go. I'm not taking these with. I was like, where'd you get these? He's like, I don't even know, but you can have them now. I was like, well, sweet, because I just got Pearl not too long ago, so now I got Pearl and Diamond. So, yeah, good stuff. I already had X on my system. I'm like, do you have the case for this? He's like, I don't have the case. I was like, okay, I'll take it anyway, I guess. Get on eBay, order those things. But yeah, finish that game up. The review will be up later this week. No, I'm just joking. But speaking of reviews, Overwatch review is up. It's a 9 out of 10 for me. I really enjoy it. Crawler had a few hiccups with his game. I haven't, but and I don't know if it's like connection based or what, but
Yeah, it could have been I was on bad hotel Wi-Fi, so it could have been that.
Yeah, like Super Nintendo Dad and I played late Friday night, and we were just talking about like for a Switch game, it feels very capable, you know. It feels very capable because one of the things I did do this weekend is I jumped in. If you guys want to win at Fortnite, right now is the time to do it on the Switch because you are shooting fish in a barrel, like just fish in a barrel. And if you want to see me get a pretty good snipe, head on over to my Twitch channel and check out the clips. I'm going to try to tweet it out tomorrow, but I jumped over to the Xbox version of Fortnite because I was like, okay, the Switch version's way too easy, so I'm gonna jump in. Seeing that game at like 60 frames, 1080p, I was like, okay, yeah. I
played at 144 and 1080p.
I guess I do miss these kind of graphics. Like the grass had texture. I was like, oh, that's cool. It's not just like green mud.
It wasn't just an angled polygon of a cliff.
Yeah. So, you know, but I mean, again, still fun. But jumping into Overwatch, like I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a great fit for the Switch. One of the things that it really reminds me of, and I forgot to mention this in my review, is that it gives me the vibe of Time Splitters almost. Like you go in and do like they have these different events that are like co-op events where you're just playing against bots and
because they have like it's a Dr. Junkenstein or whatever. It's Junkrat as Dr. Frankenstein or whatever. And it's like a horde mode, survival.
Yep.
They have two different ones. There's one that has an ending.
Yeah. And
then there's another one that's like endless, and you play until they break down the door, I guess.
Right. Or everybody dies.
I played a little bit of it, but the most fun I had in those arcade games in the arcade playlist is the 1v1 is pretty fun. The random, like you pick out of like 3 characters, you and your opponent have the same 3 characters to choose from, and it's kind of you kind of base it off what you think they might go for, or if you want the tanky character, if it's a good tank that can deal out good damage, then you have high amount of health. Or if you're really nimble, like with Tracer, trying to go against somebody like that, it's kind of just a little bit of a head game, kind of going through. It's the best of first of 5, I think, is how you play that, and that was kind of fun to jump in and do a little bit. And those 1v1 maps are nice and small and quick and easy to get in and out of, and I had fun with that. And I think I leveled up about 10 or 12 levels or so in Overwatch this weekend just playing that. And again, I played kind of like you did. I played a little bit of Fortnite as well. Those victory royales are a little bit easier to come by, and I think we were talking about a little bit in your stream. I think if I'm remembering correctly, I think Epic went through and kind of redid some stuff with how matchmaking is done, and I'm pretty sure the Switch is on par in the same pool as mobile and Switch only. So that's why some of those are fish in a barrel, because they're playing on mobile, and if you've played Fortnite on mobile, it's not easy to play with your thumbs. And it might be easier now if people actually took the time and hooked up a controller, I guess, if they're playing on their phone, but because iOS now allows for that. But it's pretty easy to take down some people sometimes in a Switch.
Yeah, and it still could be fun, right? Because you're winning. You're like, there's so many people I was getting shot in the back. I turned around and killed them. I'm like, how is this even possible? You know, but yeah, there's still some fun to be had there. You can also tell when you're fighting a bot because they'll drop one wall behind them and then run away from it, and you're like,
I've come across those. Like, you just see random like one wall in the wild running to the next ring, and it's kind of like, who did that? It's kind of just weird.
Yeah, they're definitely bots because it's very like you just know right away. You're like, oh, that's a bot. Oh, that's a bot. But
so question is that first, when you drop into season 2, are those all bots?
Okay, this is a really good question because I jumped in and I won. You won too, right?
I was not actually focused that much when I was doing it, and I think I was on PC and I got like 14th or something like that.
Okay, so I ended up winning. Wasn't even like literally just talking the whole time on stream, going, there's, you know, like, guys, I'm super rusty at this. And then like Destinaut was in chat. He's like, why are there bots everywhere? Like, and I don't know if he was referring to the actual bots or people playing like bots. You know what I'm saying? So it was, yeah, it was kind of crazy. I did not expect to win that. And I was talking with somebody about it, and they're like, well, I've seen other streamers jump in and they got wiped out. Like, you know, so I'm assuming it's other players.
Yeah, it's a good like masking of the matchmaking for how they do it, if that is the case, because the introduction to Fortnite Season 2 video starts and it culminates with your player on the bus jumping out, and it goes right into you jumping, and I mean, unless it's some good masking of, I don't know what they got kind of magic going on, but it's, unless they're able to merge people into a game all at the same time, it's pretty interesting, I guess, if it is actual people. But maybe it's half filled with bots, and that's what the top like 30, maybe, because I doubt that they'd be able to get 100 people. Like, and what happens to someone right now, like if they didn't boot up Season 2 last week when it was fresh and everyone was doing it, and they boot it up right now, are they going to get, what kind of experience are they going to have in that jump out the bus? I don't know.
I'm wondering if the matchmaking is taking place as soon as the video starts, and
Could be.
So that way it's just it actually runs all very, you know, it's very fluid that way.
Yeah, and because you don't get to choose your jump point out of the bus at that point, so maybe they just choose it for you.
So Pudding saying he finished 4th with 8 kills in his first game. So yeah, I don't know. It's just, I've been going to bed, like playing a little bit of Overwatch, playing some Smash, playing some Fortnite. Like I think I took 6 last night playing handheld without headphones on, you know, just with the which I don't recommend. I totally recommend those A10s if you can pick them up. I'm really liking mine for playing these games handheld. I put a video up, guys. YouTube's been kind of popping. I think I put up 4 videos this weekend, so you can check some of those out. It's got Overwatch first look, talking about playing the system handheld with my Satisfy grip and the A10s and things like that. So
you were talking about, you have thumbstick extenders on your Joy-Con?
Yeah, so the Satisfy grip comes with 4 Joy-Con thumbstick extenders. They raise them up about 1/8 of an inch. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're talking about the short throw of those sticks, as soon as you add a little bit to it helps.
It's so choppy. I feel like when I was playing I played just a small amount handheld on Overwatch this weekend, and it's first off, turn off gyro right away.
Oh, I thought I was gonna puke. I literally thought I was gonna vomit.
You were just, if you moved a slight amount, it was just throwing you off all over the place. But yeah, just the short sticks, like, it definitely makes a difference with just how choppy your motion is when you're trying to aim. And I mean, there's very few characters in Overwatch that have ADS to kind of slow you down a little bit or do anything like that. So when it's all just hip firing kind of. It's very old school, where it's just like line it up in the middle of the screen and pull the trigger. But with those sticks the way they were, so I mean, getting some extenders if you're going to play handheld, or we were just talking before the show, wanting to check out maybe those Daemon X Machina giant Hori Joy-Con that they have, to see if maybe those sticks are a little bit bigger and a little more comfortable for playing handheld.
I gotta say, like, some of the characters in Overwatch have really surprised me. Ashe is super fun to play with.
I've been having fun with Ashe, yeah. Because I stopped. I think Doomfist came out like when I stopped playing on Xbox.
Okay.
And that's the nice thing about jumping into Overwatch. It's like, yes, you have to pay for the game, and that's one thing that comes with kind of the Fortnite world that we live in now, where we all want things for free. But like, look at Mortal Kombat or something like that. With all these characters coming out in Mortal Kombat, you have to pay for them as well. So Overwatch, you pay the one-time fee. They're making money off loot boxes still, kind of like Fortnite, but they're giving you all the characters that come out for free, and they're just there.
Yeah,
so that's nice.
Yeah, it is, because I mean, for anybody that's been playing online games for a long time, when like back in the day of like Halo 2, if you didn't have the DLC and your buddy did,
Tough luck.
Yeah, there was no like, you could like, and you'd all jump in, and then it'd pick a new map, and then
no, it'd single you out. It'd be like, this person can't play.
Yeah,
you can't go into this. You can't go into this lobby because this player, and it'd say your name, doesn't have the pack or whatever.
Yeah, just getting called out. So, yeah, so it's nice that there's, you know, kind of ways around that, and everybody gets the maps, everybody gets the characters, things like that. But yeah, overall, I'm really, really happy to see that game. And it just has that, it almost has like a GoldenEye, Time Splitters kind of feel to it. So it really just feels right at home on the Switch. And I've had a lot of people ask me like, well, why Overwatch over Paladins? And it's just, there's just a level of polish, and, you know, there's just something about Overwatch that just, it got its hooks in me.
There is something as well, like it's buried, I think, a little bit in the game, and it's also buried a little bit, I think, on their YouTube page. But there is some interesting story dynamic of what because there's heroes and villains, and you can't really tell. You can tell a little bit, but they're all intermixed there on the character selection chart. But there are heroes that were part of the Overwatch initiative or whatever, and there were people that they were fighting against, and there is a narrative that's built into the game a little bit. It's hard to see, but if you go dig for it, you can find it, and I think that adds to it a little bit.
Yeah, it really does. Like, and it's brilliant marketing. Like, I loved when that game was first getting announced, you know, and it was like, kind of the community was like excited for what are we going to find out about these characters and whatnot. So, and even like when you fire the game up and you see Winston talking and stuff, it's just like there's just something about that game that's always had this like Nintendo feel to it. And part of it was just even in those cutscenes and the character designs and everything. Like, I don't know. I could totally see Winston and Donkey Kong going at it and Smash. It would be pretty well,
then
cool.
There's crazy, stupid fun of just a hamster and a ball swinging around firing guns. So,
right. Yeah, that looks like the villain from Monsters Inc. You know, so you know, it's crazy. So, yeah, guys, I just checked the scoreboards for Super Mario Kart, and let's see here. Midfi Senpai is the reigning champ at 124.24 on Mario Circuit 2. So now we start the second cup. All right. And if you competed in the last 2 weeks, you are entered to win a $10 eShop card. I'll be announcing that winner very soon. So shout out to Jake.
Desnot has been unseated.
Or has he?
And the man of many Twitter handles.
The world will never know. So Jay Harley competed also, and I see Webhead, you know. So yeah, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. It's so funny. I keep seeing the crawler coming at you videos still show up with the hashtag. So it's great. It's great. But yeah. So I just want to remind everybody: don't forget to play Killer Queen Black if you picked it up. Right? Like
I'm getting my physical copy on Friday, so I'm excited for that. I'm excited because the Discord has been just blowing up.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to get in on some games and play with the community.
Yeah, I jumped into some voice chats while they were all playing and harassed everybody, and then jumped back out, you know, like I do. So, hey, let's get over to the news. So no joke, I've been playing Smash before I fall asleep at night, getting, you know, man, I 3-stocked this I can't remember who they were playing as right now off the top of my head. But like it turned into like I was mid stage and that up throw to a couple kicks and then spike to oblivion, like you know, your favorite, right?
PTSD coming back right now.
Yeah. And like within 30 seconds, I had 2 stocks off of the person from catching him with the spike right off the bat, and then the final yeah, it didn't end well for him, and I was having a really good time. But playing handheld and quick play, don't recommend if you're easily frustrated and want to throw your Switch across the room. But I'm just having a good time getting to go. The only time there may end up being a lot of swearing for me is when there's not a battlefield stage picked and it's like a normal stage, because the stage, I don't even know what it is. It's those green leaves and I don't even know there's water underneath. I think it's like a Pikmin stage maybe, or it's not even that.
Yeah, I don't remember what the official stage is, but yeah, it's annoying.
But I didn't realize if you fall down the center, there's nothing down there. It was like you couldn't even see that there was water because we were up so high. I fell and died. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I was so mad. I was so mad because the person had there was no way they were beating me, and then the stage beat me, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Gotta be kidding me. But that being said, I'm in bed going, man, I wish there was GameCube Joy-Cons. Well, it's your lucky day because there's now GameCube Joy-Cons. I do have a Amazon affiliate link in the show notes if you want to be able to check them out. They look okay. They look okay. Tell us about them.
So this is off the Amazon listing. It says they are NFC compatible, so you can scan your amiibo. That's pretty rare for third-party stuff coming off. It's not clear if they charge off your system. They do come with a micro USB cable, so you might have to have those off your system and charging independently. But it also says it can wake the system with the home button. So that again is another rare thing. Like 8-bit do controllers can't do that. I'm trying to think of anything else. There's some I think that they have to be directly plugged into your system to be able to do that. But these say wirelessly they can wake your system. So that seems interesting. I think they're, what are they, 60? I think is what they're listed for.
$59.99.
So I mean, they're a little bit cheaper than regular Joy-Con, but they don't have. I believe they don't have, if any, they definitely don't have HD Rumble. But I think they might not even have any Rumble. I don't think I saw anything mentioning that. So I mean, but they're kind of concaved a little. They're kind of hourglass shaped a little bit when they're on your system. So should hopefully be a little bit more of a comfort fit. And they got a C-stick and a joystick and a small little D-pad, and yep.
D-pad. The D-pad's bigger than a regular GameCube D-pad from the looks of it. So for some people, I saw some people in the Discord, they're like, that's a selling point for me. Like having that actual D-pad on the side, like for sure. For sure. I mean, going and playing the Super Nintendo games or the NES games or even like Cuphead, stuff like that. Like, yeah. Give me a D-pad, So pretty cool.
It's got the overs. I mean, it's got the GameCube button style layout a little bit. I think it's not quite as wide and normal shaped as you would have with a GameCube controller, just because it is angled so much on a normal GameCube controller. But the A button is oversized. The X and Y buttons are smaller and above and to the side. So you can feel at home, I guess, if you're used to playing Smash, kind of, and that's mainly what it's targeted for. So, but if it's got that D-pad and it responds well, then yeah, that can be a big selling point for it.
Yeah. They look pretty sweet. So, it'd be interesting to see if somebody does some reviews on them or whatever. They're only like a 3-star rating right now on Amazon, and there's only 3 reviews. So I don't, you can't really trust those. So we'll just have to wait and see until Spawn Wave or somebody will take them apart, and see what's on the inside.
I'm curious to see what's on the inside, because with all those features that they have with NFC and with waking the system, I wonder if it's got some like original Joy-Con guts inside of it, possibly.
That's a good question. So, hey, if you guys are excited about Luigi's Mansion and you like to play some Tetris, you're in luck this weekend. 10/25 through 10/28, the Maximus Cup is going to be going down. And what exactly is going on there? A little Luigi action? Is that?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the the official Nintendo Twitter, I think it was from Nintendo Versus originally tweeted it, but it's the little themes that they put out are pretty entertaining. Like the Splatoon one had really good music. The Game Boy one I think was one of the best ones. How they started off all those.
Yep.
But I mean they take some good care to put in some good artwork, and I think what I saw, like when players are eliminated, there's a ghost that's on their board. So like all those 99 boards around. So I mean there's good just little tiny attention to detail stuff that they put in those it's fun to have, and it takes maybe 30-40 minutes. I mean if you get lucky and you get a really good run, then you can speed that up. So I mean it doesn't take a lot of time, and it's fun just to have all those different themes. So I'd like to spend a little bit of time when I remember to do it, and I don't think I've missed one yet. So I like to hop in and just collect that theme and have it there for when I want to see it.
I don't want to talk about the ones I've missed. I don't want to. But yeah, I mean, and Luigi's Mansion, that's not the only thing that's got it in the news this week. There was a gathering of sorts, some kind of like party, like haunted Halloween party. I've seen a lot of tweets. Miss Click has a vlog out about it. I talked to her yesterday. She might jump on with me for a quick interview. I
think it was down in LA, right?
Yeah, it was down in LA. I saw Captain Dangerous was there, Vicky Kitty, Miss Click, Nintendo Fangirl, Roger's Base, a lot. I mean, just a lot of your Nintendo
influencers,
influencers, creators, and stuff were down there. But I also saw like little kids in costumes, and I don't know if it was I don't know if it was open to the public or if it was Nintendo employees plus these influencers. I'm not really sure exactly what it was, but a lot of cool pictures of people carrying like the poltergeists around and the giant ghosts, and like I saw somebody say, hey, if Nintendo put this much effort into this event, they can't wait for the theme park, because there was just so much attention to detail and stuff, I guess. So
I saw Vicky's tweet. I think they had like a bunch of leaves for the poltergeist to like vacuum up, and they were like out in a courtyard or something like that, and yeah, they turned it on and you could suck up a bunch of leaves into the poltergeist. So it looked pretty fun.
That's cool. Yeah. So I'm actually hopeful the Luigi's Mansion might actually shock everybody and be like, I think everybody's pretty confident that it's going to be a good game, right? I think that's, but I would be really excited if this game like shocked us big time and ended up being like, possible game of the year contender, right? Like, I don't even know if it's possible with that style of game, but the boss fights look amazing. The lighting looks amazing. The upgrades to the way you attack the ghosts, things like that. Like and the multiplayer stuff. I don't know. It could end up being
well, and they've definitely been chalking it up as like a larger game, especially than the previous two that they've had. The first game is not a large game. It's a puzzle, and I think that's what makes the game last longer, but it's not a large play space. And I think that could be kind of said for the second one as well. I have them both, and I'd like to sit down and just kind of power through them before 3, but I don't think it's necessarily required gaming to enjoy 3. But how they've been marketing this, it's in a hotel, so it's a lot larger, and I think they've been marketing it as these floors having different themes, and it's going to be maybe on par with a little bit more of like a Mario type of game where you have these different worlds that you're progressing through, and it might have a lot more meat and potatoes than we're thinking that a Luigi's Mansion game comes with. And then there's going to be the long arm of the Mario Party-esque multiplayer that they're having in this game that I think is going to be better than Mario Party.
It potentially could, yeah. It could. 2 was a decent sized game. I'm probably 7/8 done with that game. I just need to. I think I'm on the near the last
Josh is gonna beat another game.
I probably should. I probably could beat it this week if I put a little bit of time into it. Is all. I don't think it would take me long. So it's one of those games that like I would play while we were on vacation, and I did it over a few summers. Right, I would just play while we were there, and I wouldn't really pick it back up. But a couple things worth noting about that game: the 3D is really cool in that game, and it is a pretty stellar. A lot of people I've heard say they kind of compare it to Zelda games as far as like the dungeons and the puzzles and
they are
things,
puzzles, yeah,
and things like that. So, I mean, obviously it's not like it's very different, but there are some similarities there. So if you like those puzzle like 3D games, it really could be a game for you. And I can't imagine the story is going to be anything all that groundbreaking, but yeah, I really hope it really surprises, and I hope the game does really well.
And I'm excited for 3 with the puzzle stuff as well with Luigi, because I think it's going to be that kind of understanding where to use Luigi or Luigi, and it's an added level of puzzle solving that you can have in that game. Yeah, because you can't touch water or get near stuff that's going to take out Luigi when you're having to do those kind of challenges with him, and then there's places you can't go with Luigi that you're going to have to use Luigi. So I think it's going to be fun. I'm excited for it. I wish we were talking about this. What was this last week before we went live about how they're kind of missing an opportunity with it coming out on Halloween, and how Hate was wishing that it would come out. It came out on the 1st or something like that, so we could have all month to play the game. I know my son is really excited to play it, and it's coming out on Halloween, so we're going to come home and get ready for trick or treating and do that. And I'm not probably going to get to play a ton of it on the 31st, but that next weekend, I'm definitely going to be playing that, and I know he's super excited for it.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a great game, and I love to see the way Nintendo is marketing this stuff, especially like on Twitter. Like they aren't messing around. Like they are sharing regularly new features, showcasing levels, showcasing Luigi, things like that. And I mean, I can't imagine Luigi's poltergeist actually works. So playing as him means you're going to be like getting over spikes, avoiding water, and trying to get to a switch so that you open a door to get Luigi to the next section. All while trying to make sure he's not taking damage from something. Like it could be pretty interesting mechanics. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands on for sure. So 15 million Switch units have sold in North America. What do you think about this number?
So how close are we still sitting to the 36 million worldwide, I think was the last number we have. So I don't know if we've seen an updated thing from that. So I mean, we're just under half of all Switches sold, and I thought, I guess, that North America was taking up more of that market share, is what I thought. So I mean, 15 million, well, it sounds pretty good, I guess, for almost 3 years into the life cycle. That I know they came out really strong, and a lot of Switches sold right at the beginning. I don't know if that's counting Switch Lites now, if that's a separate number that they're calculating, or if they're adding that in. But I was a little surprised. I thought we were just a little bit more of the market share, but I guess I don't know what percentage of the population of Japan is playing Switch as well. So maybe that is a larger number than we thought as well.
It's good. Yeah, more than likely that they are the ones dominating the overall numbers. But
so this.
I would assume the Lite is counted in this. From my understanding, without having anything in front of me, the numbers for the Lite came up kind of short from the
originally. Yeah, I think so, because the stock took a hit a little bit. But this, we're looking on a Nintendo Life article as well that's linked in the show notes if you want to take a look. But it's also saying through September, Switch sales in the US were up by more than 20%. It's been the best-selling system for 10 months in a row, according to the NPD group. And then Doug Bowser put out, I don't know if it was a statement or a tweet, but he said the Switch has been creating smiles and enjoying broad appeal as it's entered its third holiday season, with more than 15 million consumers across the U.S. He also mentioned the diverse selection of games on the way to the system, talking about Ring Fit Adventure, Luigi's Mansion, Sword and Shield, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and just adding to the system's large and diverse library of games. 14 games have sold over 1 million copies, and four games have sold more than 6 million, which, if you listen to last week's episode, we told you that these 4 games were in the top 5 of games you must have. So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, and Smash.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
We were kind of spot on, I guess, a little bit with those games.
We almost abandoned Smash, and then we decided.
We thought better of it.
Decided to bring it back. So, Pokemon Pikachu and Eevee Gigamax will be given to trainers who have a file save from Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee. So there you go. Do you have to have one of each?
So if you have the Pikachu save file, you'll get a Pikachu. If you have an Eevee save file, you'll get Eevee. So I have a sealed copy of Eevee that I need to open up and just create a file save so I can get that when I get Sword and Shield.
There you go.
I think you have to do the opposite, right? You have to open up your copy of Let's Go Pikachu.
No, I did it.
Oh, you already have it open?
I believe I did it. Yeah. So, and then it's a chance to encounter over-leveled Pokemon in the wild area when your team is still lower levels.
So I think Nintendo, I know that, at least I was listening to IGN this week and I saw an article on Polygon. So I think there was maybe a press event that Nintendo had that they gave some hands-on time with reporters to play, and I think they got to play like an hour and a half or a little bit more. And so coming out of from that playthrough, you get access to the wild area, which is that big open area that's kind of, I guess it's Safari Zone-esque, and then kind of, I guess, Let's Go mixed in, because I don't know if it's just in the wild area that you see the Pokemon in the overworld, kind of like Let's Go, or if it's the whole game. I'm not positive, but I know in that wild area they said you might encounter something like a level 50 Pokemon when your team is still fairly new and like only like level 6 to 10 or something like that. So it adds kind of a danger to that wild area that you can experience Pokemon that you would definitely take you out if you don't run away from the fight.
I'm going to try to find the article right now, but I believe I saw that the the overworld size, or that wild area, was the size of about two sections of Breath of the Wild.
Oh wow.
Did you see anything?
I haven't seen that. No.
Let me see if I can find it though, because I don't want to
Well, so I know.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Nintendo
Okay, go ahead.
Life. It's 4 days ago. It says Sword and Shield's wild area is about the size of 2 regions in Zelda Breath of the Wild, says Pokemon Rep. So I'm see if there's a quote here. It doesn't look.
So
like
regions, are they talking like the quadrants of Breath of the Wild, or like are they talking like what one of the beacon towers would cover?
It says apparently, according to the Pokemon Company rep who spoke with Metro during a hands-on session, the wild area is about the size of 2 regions found in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is an estimate, of course. You can see a not quite to scale map of the new game's Galar region below. The wild area section is quite near the bottom with lakes and stuff. So yeah,
that could mean multiple things, but
exactly. So, yeah. I'm still super stoked for this game. Like, yeah. Especially after finishing up Eevee, and just how much fun I'm having playing this game. Like, usually when I stream, I don't want a lot of backseat gaming, things like that. But like,
you need the backseat gaming.
It's just, it makes it more fun that we're kind of like, well, that final battle, if you guys go and watch it on YouTube, I uploaded my final battle against Joe after work. So, but it came down, I forgot to heal everybody before I jumped in. So I was doing all kinds of management trying to make sure that I didn't mess it up. And I thought they still had one more. I thought he still had one more Pokemon when I beat the last one. And so, it got down. And I couldn't play. I got to the last guy, and then was like, all right, it's been 5-hour stream. I'm done. And then I'm like, I can't play my Switch again until I beat this because you can't save right at that point.
So you just had it suspended and turned off.
I couldn't play that night or anything. I had to wait till the next day until I finally completed it on stream. But yeah, I'm really excited. Really looking forward to this game, and I hope it surprises some people. I hope that some of the people that are disappointed in the way it's shaping up to be and things like that. I hope that there ends up being like maybe some really killer story elements or things like that. Things that will really kind of bring the hardcore back and get them excited about what this game has to offer. I don't know if they can redeem it in their eyes or not, but I hope so. Not only just for the sales of the game, but like I know there's been people waiting quite a while for this, for a
that they skipped Let's Go because they didn't see that as mainline and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so
Well, and I know this week Target is the official, like the exclusive carrier of the Steelbook if you're Steelbook collector.
Yeah.
I believe it has to be with the dual pack, but Target has it, so
it's $100.
It's making me question my Best Buy pre-order, even with the $20 off with with the Gamer Club.
Right. And then Walmart has a keychain, and Amazon has a digital backpack in game. So, depending on
where's Best Buy at? Come on, Best Buy.
They'll get the Steelbook like 3 months after the game's out, and then charge you $60 again.
That's why I have a sealed copy of Eevee.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, whatever.
There you go. So, okay. Well, hey, I think we're just gonna have a little shorter show this week. We've been going long on some of them. We're just gonna have a little shorter show. We may have a very special guest, and I may be doing a secondary show later this week with Miss Click, or maybe just an interview that goes out or something. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I think we'll wrap it up. All right, Crawler, where can people find you?
The best spot to find me is hanging out in the Discord. I'm excited to jump in and play Killer Queen Black with everybody, starting this Friday when I pick up my physical copy at Best Buy. So come hang out there, but I have Overwatch now as well, so let's get some Overwatch games in. So come hang out in the Discord, n64josh.com/Discord. Find me there.
There you go, guys. You can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all the places at n64josh. Show notes for this episode can be found. I literally think I just inhaled a bug. What in the world? I'm dying. Live, I'm dying. I don't know. There's something crawling around in my mouth right now. We just gotta power through. This is the worst. I've never experienced anything like this.
I see the YouTube comments now.
We gotta hurry up and end this thing. Yeah. Get what show notes? n64josh.com/npc241. You want to email the show, npc@n64josh.com. Want to get a gaming chair? n64josh.com/opc. And that's it. I can't go on anymore. I've got to get this out of my mouth, whatever it is. I don't know what I inhaled, but I gotta go. So we love you guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now. It's not funny. Stop laughing.